Okay, let's look at a quick concept from guard play. Oftentimes when coaches, jiu-jitsu coaches teach you to play guard, specifically supine guard, which is guards where you're on your back, they'll teach you, your opponent standing, good. They'll teach you to lay on your back, just like so, present both of your feet to your opponent, and then play guard from there. There's a couple of problems with this. Number one, in guard play, you actually seldom want to be on the flat of your back, okay? I know oftentimes when people think about guard play, they think about being on your back, which in a sense you are. However, understand that the more of your back that has contact with the mat, the less advantageous it is for you, right? When the majority of my back is making contact with the mat, I actually decrease the amount of mobility I have. If, however, I can take more of my back off the mat, like so, now I have more mobility in these types of positions, okay? Secondly is my legs and my feet. Understand that my legs and my feet are what's gonna threaten Coach Steven here, okay? If I can take my legs and my feet and I can start making connections to him, that's what's gonna allow me to start to attack. When I simply take my legs and my feet and I present them to him in such a fashion, it's easy for him to control, throw them aside, and then start passing my guard. So again, let's look at how are we gonna, number one, fix the problem of the majority of our back being on the mat, and number two, fix the problem of having symmetrical legs that's easy for him to control. The problem of our back on the mat is quite simple. Steven is standing. Instead of lying flat on my back like so, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fall to a side, and I'm gonna present Steven with one side of my body. What does that do? Number one, it takes the majority of my back off the mat. Number two, it forces Steven to play on one side. Right now, if Steven wants to go all the way to the left, it's such a long journey that it gives me time to switch to my left, and I'll start to play here. If he wants to go back to my right, it's such a long journey that it gives me time to switch back to the right. As opposed to, if I'm right here in front of him, he's just one step right, one step left, and he's passed. Secondly is my feet. I don't present my feet to him symmetrically. He can go through, grab them, and then start to control. I make one high, one low. When he goes to control him, I switch one high, one low. When he goes to control, I switch one high, one low, constantly pointing a foot at him, okay? So as Steven goes to pass left and right, go ahead, Steven. I'm making high, one high, one low, and I'm finding ways to make connection to him, and then from there attack.